Morning folks, just getting myself ready, about to head out. I'm heading out to the Banbury run, the start of the Banbury run, to see, as a spectator, to see Colin and the other old vehicles and motorcycles off on their journey. So yeah, I'm out on the Suzuki going, I got about a 140 mile return journey to do, taking the Vstrom out. I've had new tyre on the front, had a puncture on the back. Been a bit unlucky with the old tyres this year so far. But anyway, let's get cracking and I'll see you on the road. Well, that's it. We are on the road, and the plan of action is to go to Greenbridge. We're going to be meeting up with a couple of others, Les and I think Barry, and then we're going to go to a place called Gaydon. Colin's going there in a van already, so he's left this morning early. I had to get set up, so we're meeting up there. So anyway, I'll bring you back when we're at Greenbridge. I'm at Greenbridge now, and there's Barry. Look, when I got here, I found him lying on the floor. Neighbours just sat down. He's riding his Honda. Is that a 750, Barry, isn't it?
Yeah.
Here comes our leader, Les. Look, he's on his big Triumph. Yeah, he likes that bike. He's had that bike for years. So anyway, next clip we'll be on the road on our way to the Banbury run. All right, Les. How are you?
Very well, thank
I'm just telling them we're going to see Colin. Do you reckon he'll get round without any hiccups?
Well, he had a shakedown run.
Well, you said he was going to get there before us, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
But, you know, he only got there before us because we let him get there before us.
Well, of course. He's the...
So that's it. We're on our way now. Les is in front and Barry's behind. I'm stuck in the middle. A nice place to be. And our route is going to be Highworth, Burford, Stow on the Wold. We're going to stop there for a coffee because we're quite early, and then we'll get there in good time for the start of the Banbury run. So yeah, it's nice to follow Les. He's a very mature he's a mature rider, and he's also a very highly skilled rider because he's passed the ROSPA gold standard, is it? I don't know. Anyway, it's the sort of standard that the police motorcyclists have to ride to. So good position to be behind Les, because I can hopefully pick up a few tips from him. There's always something you can learn. You never stop learning. Right, well, we're just coming into Highworth, and they got a new speed limit here, 30 mile an hour. Let's see, yeah, Les is slowing down. Look at that. Look at that, he's on the ball. Well, just coming into Letchlade now. So this really marks the beginning of the Cotswolds, really, when we're in Gloucestershire as well. Just change of border, county border. And we just got to go over this little bridge over the River Thames. Quite a pretty place is Letchlade, really. Old, got an old feel about it. Yeah, it sets the vibe really for the rest of what the Cotswold little towns and villages are like. You'll see something similar sort of stones from to the building materials when we go through Burford as well. Well, we're now on the section of road between Letchlade and Burford. This is a nice piece of road. It is a bit quick in places, nice and straight, you can see where you're going. Just a nice road to be on a motorcycle, not so much on a bicycle. They're just going for the overtake. I'll wait until I got a clear spot. There's not a lot of room in front of that car for me to squeeze in. No, can't see to overtake yet. Right, I got an overtake. Clear behind. Clear to move in. I'm behind Les. Barry's now overtaking. We're all back together again. Right, you're going to love this next little village or large village town, probably a town. It's Burford, and this is a beautiful place. I remember seeing it for the first time as a child when I came over with my parents, and I remember then feeling it was rather a special place. Yeah, we'll just ride down through the centre of Burford and then you'll get to see it in all its Cotswold glory. mph speed limit down here. Yeah, I hope you can appreciate the beauty of Burford. The old clock up there. Higgledy-piggledy buildings. Lovely old England, isn't it, really? This is the road to Stow on the Wold. Yeah, it's a desolate road this. In the winter, in the past, it was quite frequently blocked by snow, and you can see why, because it's a high road and it's open and exposed. And right on the top, we're coming up to it now, is this pub. This is more or less the summit of this road. Isolated, right in the middle of nowhere. The Merry Mouth Inn. So just got to get past these lights and out of the hill, and we're into another beautiful Cotswold town, which is Stow on the Wold. Apparently, I think I'm right. I think Ronnie Barker from the Two Ronnies fame had an antique shop in Stow on the Wold. Well, there's the sign, welcome to Stow on the Wold in the historic market town. Yeah, I think most of the town is down there, so we're not going to see an awful lot of it, unfortunately. But it is a beautiful place. Well, we're very quickly into the next market town now, which is Moreton-in-Marsh. Again, a beautiful place. The original importers to the Royal Enfield Bullet were Watsonian Squire, I think they were. They were, I think they still are, based here. I had an old Bullet, a year 2002 iron barrel Bullet that was imported by them. Wish I kept that bike actually. Anyway, we're coming into the main part of Moreton-in-Marsh now. There's the inn on the marsh there, look. And again you've got that lovely honey coloured stone. Wide street. It's got like Renaissance look to it with that building over there. It looks a bit like a Renaissance building from the 1700s. Yeah, it's not busy at the moment, but in the daytime it does get rather busy, these Cotswold towns. I'm really enjoying the Vstrom. I've had my ups and downs with it, but it's running really well. And I tweaked the suspension on the forks. It was a bit firm, and I didn't feel like I was getting good contact with the road, so I very slightly increased the preload and I backed off the rebound and compression, and I got a bike which feels really nice. Right, we're into national speed limits again now. The thing with Les, he rides to the speed limits. He doesn't break the law, and you know, we've had a really relaxed ride out this morning. No stress. I haven't burnt excessive amounts of fuel. I've not put myself or anyone else in danger. And I know when I get home, I haven't got to worry about a speeding ticket dropping through the front door. So we're just turning right here. Les says he knows a nice little coffee stop, so place to turn off and get a bit of refuelling. I think I'll park it just there. That's it. Well, here we are. We're in the little coffee shop. Lovely Enfield there. That it's Cox Continental 535. And if you wonder how you get the kickstart out, you've got to pull it back like that, and then it slides out. There's more bikes back here. So it's a biker's cafe, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. That one could be on the could be going on the old Banbury run, couldn't
Yeah,
it?
it could be.
Yeah. There's an R1, look, Les. That'd be up your street, wouldn't it?
Oh, wouldn't it?
Lovely bike. I don't like the welds though. Look at that. That's quite untidy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
By modern standards.
It's
Oh, it's bleeping.
Oh, that'd be us then.
Yeah. It's bleeping.
That'd be us.
Just leaving the cafe. I got to sync the cameras up, Les.
You got what?
I got to sync the cameras up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I said just leaving the cafe. Anyway, we enjoyed that.
One of them clapperboards.
Yeah, I could do with one of those. We really enjoyed our breakfast there. I just had a bacon sandwich really and a cup of coffee, but really nice stop that was. Lovely biker's cafe. It's called Revs Automobile on the road between Stow on the just past Moreton-in-Marsh rather. Now we've got to go along the Foss Way. We're not far to run now, and we'll be at the Motor Museum. So yeah, I'll bring you back when we get to the Motor Museum. We're off. There's that old Bantam in there, look. Well, on our route Now we're on the Foss Way, what's called the Foss Way, which is a very old Roman road, and it's straight as a die, literally. And we've just got a few miles to run along the Foss Way, and then we turn right to a place called Gaydon, and that's where the British Motor Museum is, and that's where they're hosting the Banbury run. Well, we haven't got too far to run now, just gone through Lightthorne Heath, I think it was called, and seeing the signposts for the British Motor Museum. And I think it's just around the corner. There's a sign for the Banbury run. And looks like we've pretty much arrived now. Just got to find somewhere to park up, and then we'll be seeing the old bangers. Well, I bought my ticket, £19 for a day ticket. How the hell do you get these on your wrist?
It was £18 online though.
Yeah, oh yeah, we should. Oh crumbs. This is not always easy. This is not easy. You're struggling to get that on, isn't you? Yeah. It's not easy, is it?
Has it got a peel off on this side?
No, I got mine on it. There's mine, look.
Yeah.
Barry's under the struggle as well, Barry, isn't you?
Yeah.
Vincent Black Shadow.
No.
Not, what is it? It's not a Black Shadow. Oh, I thought it was. The Vincent, it's the Vincent.
It is a Vincent.
Why?
So it's all the VMCC here today. Lots of old machines, flat tankers. Harley Davidson's more modern machines here. I wouldn't mind betting these vehicles are in the... oh look, these are Bruffs. Look at the state of that, that's beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. Over there, that's the auto jumble section, and over here, this is the main event where the competitors are. We're going to go and try and find Colin. He'll be in here somewhere, Les.
Yep. Have a look.
We're going to wander around and see if we can find Colin. Just so many lovely old machines here. Absolutely beautiful to see it, to be honest with you. Period costume look. Well, we found Colin's bike, but we found the owner to the bike as well. There he is now, look. But we haven't found Colin yet. There's Colin's riding this this heap on the 60-mile route apparently, and there's his tulip. This is how they navigate. They turn that and it tells them turn left, go straight on, turn right, then turn left, etc. That's how they navigate. We found Colin. Look, here he is. Look.
All set to go?
You're all set to go, Colin, aren't
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I've done a little bit of an intro on the camera that Kim kindly loaned us.
So we might be getting some clips off of that. Maybe, we're not sure yet, but you're going to film that. Are you going to create your own YouTube channel then, Colin?
I don't think so.
Well, we can do that for you if you want.
Yeah, I'm sure you could.
Yeah. But anyway, Colin's going to be filming as he goes around. And you're doing the 60-mile route, aren't you?
The 60-mile route, yeah. I've put the route sheet on the bike there.
Yeah, I've seen that. Now, do you expect to get round with any hiccups or no hiccups, or what do you reckon?
Well, I say it's a 50-50, isn't it? I say the bikes don't break down. People call them breakdowns. I call them failure to proceed. You know, because we generally get them going again, don't we?
Well, at least it's not raining at the moment.
No, actually, this is probably ideal riding conditions. It's nice and cool.
Yeah.
Nice bit of breeze.
But keep the engines cool, won't
Yeah, it will do. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Colin. Well, we'll see you on the off then.
We've already been recognised by a couple of your followers.
well done.
I said to Alan on the way here, I said, I bet you there'd be at least one person that would recognise us on the bike.
I've been spotted.
Yeah, you do.
Right. Okay, well, have a look around and we'll see you at the beginning.
Yes,
when
certainly.
you take off.
Yeah.
Cheers, Colin.
Great. Thank you, Wiltshire man.
Just met a couple of subscribers who watch the channel.
Yeah, watch everyone. I've watched everyone.
What are your
What it
names?
was, Nick and Dad, what it was, I had an Himalayan and then I put it on there. You had an Himalayan. I was doing paramounting. You doing paramounting. Yeah. That's like not anymore now. I'm back.
Combined age there of the three of them, 293 years, which is absolutely stunning. And she says all three of them are too old to still do this, and I don't agree. Okay, coming to the line there, number 7, Richard Woodcock on his Royal Sovereign. The only survivor of that mark in the world. That is just amazing. Alongside him, number 6, Tim Percy, comes from Hampshire. First time at Banbury on his beautifully, but only just brought it, or required to say, is 1903 Minerva. So hopefully he's going to get away. And behind that we have number 8, that's Nigel Cornelius from Warnford on his 4-car. 2 4-cars.
And I said, I'll see if I can spot the Wiltshire round for you. I know you film me.
No,
you can't film me.
I've
been spotted again, look.
Yeah, no, you've been spotted again.
Which
The
was bought
Wiltshire
in 2019 in a really bad condition.
Tell him who you are.
Only
Gerald.
Hello, Gerald.
Tell him what bikes you got, Gerald.
First event since
3 sunbeams.
So let's hope that
Oh, right, yeah.
The VM.
safely.
You're not riding today then?
No.
Nice to meet you, Gerald.
The bones won't let me there, bro.
Nice to meet you too.
Aye, listen, all the best.
All the best, yeah.
He's got the Roach
Well, Colin's getting ready, but there's lots of popping and banging going on.
Behind him is Joe Spring
Guys, let's get going, please.
from Stratford.
Have a nice ride, Colin.
Open my short Boston, beautiful trail to see. Same as the machine. He's done several runs on Banbury on this. But the first time on this machine. There he goes, pedaling it away. Jeff Nuttall is next to the line on his new Hudson and away very nicely indeed. 4th time he's done the Banbury, hoping that the weather will be good as in Newby all are. And there's Tom Godfrey away on the 3.5 horsepower Triumph. So this is father and son. So I think Mikey's dad, who's away on the Bradbury, they're all on Bradbury's. And then you've got Matthew and Andy, so that's a team effort, a family team effort. Number 26 is there next to the line, that's James Holland from Crowborough on his Royal Enfield. He's been riding since he was 9 years old, but it's the first run on the Enfield since it was rebuilt. Got a big thumbs up, so that's great news, so well done to Jim. Have a good safe ride round, mate. Okay, next one, 25 is alongside him, and that's Rob Hadfield from Bourne, just up the road, not too far from here, and he's on a AC Sociable, love that name, 2-speed with the gearbox in the rear wheel. Amazing. So I don't know who the passenger is. 27-28 next, that's Dave Meads from Dickfield on his Triumph. Okay, just turn yourself off. So number 38, a first run for Colin on his first Banbury run. Also Paul Bednall on his Triumph H. A genuine First World War dispatch rider's machine, served in France and when it was developed in 1919, civilian service ever since. And number 40 is there, Paul Macking on his Triumph H, 1915, again another First World War machine. Absolutely stunning to see them. And they're away. Behind him, number 42, then is John Truscott on Triumph H's again. So what was that sort of area? 1990. This was John's grandfather.
Well, we've got all this lot to go off as well, so we're going to be here sometime seeing all this. I'm not going to be able to film it all, of course, but I just think it's, having seen them going off like that, it is rather beautiful, rather special, I think, really. It's so nice to see these old machines still being ridden, albeit only on occasions. Well, the bike's gone, but the toolkit's been left behind. Look.
70 years.
So these are all Breath Superiors, SS80s, some in sort of like used, patinated condition, and others in really pristine. Look at that one there. Beautiful bike, beautiful. Well, we're making our way into the entrance now of the Motor Museum. Have a quick look around in here, get a coffee, and then maybe plan our departure at some point this afternoon.
There he is!
Oh, Harry Enfield's turned up. Hello, Harry.
Hello, Sandy. How are you, mate?
Harry the Hermit Enfield.
Not an hermit today. We was just in time to catch Colin on the
Yeah. This 2002 Ford Fiesta was the very last car to be built at Dagenham, and I guess it's been signed by all the people that work there. This is how garages of yesteryear used to look.
And top up the battery with distilled water. Don't forget to tighten all the cylinder head nuts. You should reset the ignition and readjust the cargo.
Now look at this one here, look. Hey Les, is this the real McCoy, do you reckon?
It could be.
It is, isn't it? It's the real McCoy. Tax in the post.
Okay, good morning. We are here today at the English Motor Heritage Centre up in Gaydon for the Vintage Motorcycle Club's annual Banbury run, which is a run that's done for motorcycles all built before 1930. It's their premier event, and every single bike is around about 90 years old now. Okay, so the Old K Junior is built in 1917. It has a 269cc Villiers two-stroke engine. It has a 2-speed gear, which is operated on the tank there, as you can see. They didn't have clutches on these bikes, so it's a crash gearbox. You have bicycle-type front brakes at this side, and it's a belt drive machine. So no chain drive. It's chained from the crankcase to the pulley, and then it's belt drive to the rear. Top speed of this machine is about 30 miles an hour on a good day, but 20 to 25 is where it's quite happy. And the oldest machine taking part today was built in 1897, and that's right at the very beginning, but because we are in the paddock now, we have to stay here ready to be called out to go to the start. Okay then, Bernard, looks like you're ready. Getting ready. What is this machine you're riding today? 1912 Triumph. That's a belt drive just like the OK Junior as well? You've done 30 Banburys on this machine. Well done, fair play to you. That is the oldest machine taking part today. I think that's that Leon Bootle from 1897. A couple of tri-cars there, and this is at the official start of the Banbury run, and they are very strict that it starts at 10 AM precisely.
Yeah, when Jono gets here.
Well done.
That's right. Yeah. He's got a jack engine in that one, Colin.
There's Wiltshire man again, and one of his followers, or two of his followers I should say, and Les. Well, hi there, Les. What do you think of the show so far, Les?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah?
I love it. It's all bikes.
Nice to know you had a safe ride up.
We did. Very nice.
Yeah.
Nice breakfast at Revs.
Straight up the hospital. Yeah, I understood you had a breakfast at Revs. Well done.
We like.
Okay there, Barry. What do you think of the show so far?
1 minute.
Are you still in trepidation, or are you getting more into it now?
Piece of cake now.
Yeah, you'll be all right. Yeah. And this one here is Martin Mason's bike. This is the one that I helped him get back on the road, sorted out his magneto and give it a thorough service, greased all the bearings and all that sort of thing. And it looks like he's all good to go. See, he's got his number on, he's got his route sheet ready. This will be his first Banbury run. So Martin, wish you all the best. Okay, so here we are on the start line at the Banbury run. We should get called forward in just a minute or two.
Riders uniform, oh, God's going really well and whizzes off, fantastic. 38. Okay, just turn yourself off. So number 38, a first run for Colin on his first Banbury run, also Paul, first World War machine. Absolutely stunning to see them. And they're away.
Here we go, push it forward, into gear.
Behind him, number 42.
Well, here's some nice view of some of the scenery that we go through on this Banbury run. Most of the roads are little roads like this, which makes it a lot safer for us and for other road users. But we're in Warwickshire, so some pretty nice green scenic route we're on. Just retard the ignition a little bit to climb this little bit of a hill. And as you level off, you advance it up again. I don't know if you can pick that up on the audio, the sound of the engine changing. Okay, here we are. I've stopped for a little bit of a drink and having a drink, the engine's cooled down and we are now going to attempt to climb Sunrising Hill. I think I'll just keep the camera running for this one. And as you can see, the route sheet there up Sunrising Hill. Here we go. Sunrising Hill, here we come. We're pretty much at the lower level of it. I think I can actually get into second here. The throttle back, second. I always joke, but it's true, you get a 50-50 chance of getting up this hill. You just hope that there's nothing in your way that slows you down on the double bends. Ah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I stopped for a drink back there. I tied the other strap up, forgot to do that one.
I could see a problem.
Yes, that'll wrap up around the wheel. And thank you very much, kind sir.
You'd have a handbrake, you didn't want.
Sorry?
You'd have a handbrake, you didn't want.
Yes, certainly, yes. Yeah, I tied that one up, but I forgot to tie this one up. What it was, I didn't need to undo this one really. Wow, that was lucky. Where I stopped, I failed to tighten up one of the straps properly. That could easily have caught in the back wheel. That would have been disastrous because them straps won't snap. I'd have been off. Cheers, my friend. LWT 77H on a 1969 Honda 175. Poor chap pedalling already. I haven't got pedals on my bike, so here we go. Let's give it a try. Alright, so I'm going to cob down now. Hopefully I can get out the first section. I've overtaken Martin! Appreciated. Yeah, just push as quick as you can. You can see the big entrance to the estate there. These are the ones that are non-competitive, so they don't stop for the time trial. Okay, thank you very much for being volunteers on this very prestigious event today.
You're welcome.
And thank you for that sentence you said earlier. I would like this on film if it's possible.
You're the first and only belt drive that's come up Sunrising Hill so far.
Brilliant, thank you very much. And if it wasn't for people like you, this event wouldn't take place. And if it wasn't for Pushers Up Sunrising, I wouldn't have got up Sunrising. So thank you to all of you.
We need now is your YouTube channel.
It's Wiltshire Man.
Okay.
It's not my channel, it's my friend. Okay. He's very good, he does lots of videos. Wiltshire Man.
Brilliant.
Thank you very much. Let's just get another view of some of these wonderful old machines coming by. And then we got a travelling Marshall as well. Look at that, lovely. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Right, here we are going down a very nice narrow lane, typical of the Banbury route. I'm hoping that there'll be a nice little village to go through, trying to vary the scenery a little bit. Okay, here we are now. We are approaching the famous Banbury Cross. I'm hoping that I can get that on the video. Pull the decompressor, throttle and air, into gear, no traffic coming, away we go. Easy as that look. The famous Banbury Cross, there we are, look, right in front of us, right in the centre of Banbury we are. So here we go. The cross roundabout, some of you will be familiar with that, so that proves that we've been into the centre of Banbury this time, look. As you'll see, riding in traffic is no place for these old machines really. Thank you very much, kind sir. I need to find my next instruction in Banbury. 4 roundabouts we turn right by the looks of it. Okay, we're coming through a nice little village here called Hanwell. Trying my best to get a mixture of video of this event. quite challenging, it's fair to say, switching this camera on and off with gloves on. Okay folks, I've got to Farnborough on my route sheet. I'm not quite sure how far I am to the finish, but we're not very many instructions left to the finish. But unfortunately, I've run out of petrol on this little hill here. So I've put my extra litre in that I carried. I'm rather hoping that that'll be enough to get me back. But not to worry, we've got this far with no incidents. So I'm rather hoping that we can finish. Okay, where we are now, this village was made quite famous because of the post office scandal, and I'm sure it's this village. This is called Fenny Compton, and I'm sure that was the village. Okay, so ready, look behind. So here we are at Fenny Compton. Okay, I've stopped at a lay-by to change my route sheet, and this very kind gentleman here on this lovely old Sunbeam, rider number 282, he's kindly given me half a litre of petrol, which I've mixed in with the OK Junior to hopefully ensure that I get back to the finish, or give me the best chance anyway. And by diluting it that little bit, it won't make too much difference, I'm quite sure, because I'm letting the engine cool down first. So we'll see how we get on, but I'm going to change the route sheet, and we're only about 7 miles away from Gaydon, so hopefully I'll get there. Okay, my friend.
Nice one, mate.
What was your name, sir?
Peter Blake.
Peter Blake. All right, well, Peter Blake, thank you very much for letting me have some fuel.
You're welcome.
Very appreciated.
No problem, mate. All the best.
And you, thank you. Oh, look at Speedy Gonzales overtaking me, eh? Glad to see you again, Martin. We're on the final drag now. Brilliant. And this is something you'd never have thought you were doing a few months ago, would you? It's been a brilliant journey, hasn't it? Yeah. Right, we'll go and sign off. Hey, Wiltshire man! Okay, now what we have to do is we have to sign off, and then we'll just see how we performed, basically. I don't think I'm in for any awards because of the time we've lost, but that doesn't matter. We're here safe, that's the main thing. Number 38 has finally got here.
Oh, no. Is that your first time?
First time on this machine,
Oh, no, but you've done it
but the
before.
32nd Banbury run for me.
There you go then.
So do we sign here, is it?
No. That,
Oh, just there,
yeah.
sorry.
So you've got your badge, and that's to add on to it.
Oh, that's very good. Right, that's very kind of you. Thank you very much. Cheers. See you all again next year. Bye. Okay, here we are back at the finish. Both the OK Junior and Martin's Royal Enfield over there have completed the journey. We might not have done the best times, but we got back here safely. But I would like to thank all of this group here, which is a group of our friends, some from the Vintage Motorcycle Club, the Moonraker section, some in the Colin and Kim motorcycle group. But I like to think we're a group of friends. We all support each other, and just look at the group there to come up and support us. It's very much appreciated, especially to see you on the finishing line coming in. Absolutely brilliant. And I knew I'd see Wiltshire man, and I'm sure you've met up with some of your friends. We'll give you this footage, and with this footage and yours, I'm sure you'll put a good video together, as you always do. Okay then, I'll sign off now. Thanks very much. Bye. See you on the next one.